riffing it good. Yadai, 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 do that all night with you guys. That would be really fun. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Congregation Bet Havarim. This is my first service in person, so I feel like I might cry. That'll be okay. So my name is Gayanne Guerin, and I have the honor and privilege of being one of the prayer spiritual leaders here at Congregation Bet Havarim and also the music director. And with me tonight, co-leading is
Shana Cohen. Shabbat Shalom. And thank you. It is an absolute delight to be here and to see you all in person.
We're really happy to be here. Hello, folks out there on Zoom. Welcome to the service. This is an intermediary step while we figure out how to do multi-access experiences. For right now, we're just doing one camera, Zoom coming on. So hi, folks. Henry, how many people are there on Zoom? We're going to out the congregation here.
8 on Zoom, plus we're live on YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Nice to see you. So, all right. The rest of the congregation is having Shabbat meals on their own, I'm sure. So it looks to me like y'all are feeling pretty good about the spacing here. If anybody is uncomfortable for any reason, you need to make sure that you space yourself. There's lots of room here to move, create more space. And there's also this fabulous second row back here, the balcony, the loge seating.
That's the balcony.
All right, there's the balcony, there's the loge. So loge, you pay a lot of money for the loge seats. What can I say? That's great. So we're going to do a lot of singing tonight. So why wouldn't we, right? It's Shabbat and we're together and we have voices. So why wouldn't we do that? Sheena.
Yes, We want lots of singing. We want joy. We want gratitude. We want openness. But we start with just welcoming you into this space as you are, entering into Shabbat in a spirit of self-acceptance, meeting you where you are. And the invitation is just to breathe. And just know that however you're arriving, you are part of this experience, you are part of our community, and we love having you here celebrating Shabbat with you. We're going to start with a beautiful song called Yadidnafesh, and it is very fitting that we enter into Shabbat with this prayer because it is about our souls, which are in need of healing. Usually we come into this space off the street, plopped down in the middle of our busy day, and it's hard not to have a little bit of fraying at the edges and to feel that our souls are a little bit worn. So this is a song of yearning and reaching out to the divine and saying, here I am, I ain't perfect, life ain't perfect, but will you please shed some of your radiance on me? And that to me is also a form of radical self-acceptance, that we are deserving and worthy of divine radiance in any moment.
Yadidnafesh, page 7 and 9.
I'm going to start with a beautiful version by Will Robertson, and then we'll move into a more traditional version. Yadidnafesh av harachaman meshoch avdecha el ritzonecha Yadidnafesh av harachaman meshoch avdecha el ritzonecha yarutz avdecha kemo ayal ayal yishtachave el mul hadarecha Yadadai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai, yadadai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, Yadidnafesh av harachaman meshoch avdecha el ritzonecha yarutz avdecha kemo el mul hadarecha terav lo yedidutecha minofet suv bechol tam Adonai ziv haolam nafshi cholat avatecha ana elna refana la beharot la noam zivecha az titzchazek v'titrafe v'hayetala שמחת עולם.
Page 13.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, V'melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, V'melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, V'melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, V'melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So if Yadidnafesh is the first bookend where we walk in off the street and ask for God's love to shine on us. We can think maybe of Dodi Lee as God's answer. This is God's reply. And the sweetness of that connection is like frankincense and myrrh. And it reminds me, this phrase, it reminds me of the temple when offerings of incense were made continuously to God, and it was pleasant. It was a pleasing scent for God. So we don't have the temple anymore, but we have our souls, and we have prayer as the offering, and that offering is so sweet to God.
Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. Mi zot ola min hamidbar, mi zot ola, mi zot ola min hamidbar, mi zot ola. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. Li bavtini achoti kala, achoti kala. Li bavtini achoti kala, achoti kala. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. Uritzafon, uritzafon, ugoiteman. Uritzafon, uritzafon, ugoiteman. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh v'shoshani. So I know that all of you came tonight because in Bet Mail it says, "What now?" Right? That's why you came. You want to know what's next, right? So that's why you all came tonight. You probably didn't even see that in Bet Mail. But it is this really kind of question of, we've finished the holidays, and we're on the other side of Simchat Torah, and there is this sense of, wow, what do we do now? And I love this moment. I love this moment because it truly is like, where did I land after all of that passage that I just went through? Where am I now, and what is my next step? And how am I going to take with me into this year all that's been cultivating for myself? So it's no coincidence, of course, that we come over through Simchat Torah and land at Breshit. That's where we are tonight, that we start at the beginning with the creation story. And of course, it's just profound to have a creation story to start you into the what now? What now? Well, we start over. So what came to us when we were talking about this is that Shabbat itself, we just come through all of these holidays, right? And the high holy days, but Shabbat is the holiest of all holidays. Every Shabbat is considered to be the holiest of days. And I feel like it's a really great time to try to be with that. Like, what is that it's the holiest of days? It's sometimes very hard to find how Shabbat fits in the cycle of our time. It's been for, thousands and thousands of years cycle of time is so important to be able to rest and to work and to rest and to work. But where are we when we come into this cycle of our own timing? Here we are on the other side of the holidays. And if Shabbat is the most holy of times, does that mean for you practice? Does that mean for you gathering? Does that mean observance? Does that mean rest? Does it mean peace? Does it mean setting something aside? What does holiness in Shabbat mean for you? And as we walk into this new year, what would it be like to embrace the holiest of all days all the time on these many, many weeks that we can walk into Shabbat? So that's one of the what next. There's a whole host of what next happens when we come to this moment in time. One of them is that this congregation has a lot of work to do, has a lot to get to know ourselves. Like, we have a huge what next in front of us. So I feel like it's kind of important to say that too, that we have focus groups coming up, that we have opportunities to be getting to know ourselves again, asking ourselves questions, how we move forward together as community. It's another really big what next. But for now, pause, breathe, be in the holiest of moments in this Shabbat time, and just let that sink into what it is how we might live into that. Because we don't always do that. We're a modern folk, you know? So that's my thought on that.
I don't know that I have anything to add. That was pretty perfect. That was shalem. And I feel shalom. It was complete and I feel at peace.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so this is ordinary time, but not really, right? It's holy time. So we move into the Psalms of Kabbalah Shabbat, and we're going to just move through them, and you are already raising my level of Ruach by hearing your voices, and hopefully you're also feeling that connection of sound and prayer and energy together. So we begin on page 21 with Lachuna Ranana. Yai da da yai yai, yai da da yai yai, yai da da yai yai yai, yai da 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 yai yai, yai da yai yai, yai da da yai yai, yai da da. That's awesome. Nekadema fana betoda
continue to release the weariness of our souls, we praise, enjoy with Shir Ladonai. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom leyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim kevodo bechol ha'amim, Niflotav ki gadol Adonai, ume'olam me'od, norahu, al kol Elohim, yai, 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 shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Asru miyom leyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim kevodo bechol ha'amim, niflotav ki gadol.
The sun was starting to lower to light Shabbat candles tonight, so we could start to feel the onset of the evening. So we're going to light candles before we sing Or Zarua, which really brings in, deepens the light and the light of our beingness. So Michael and Allison, if you would light candles for us. And the candle lighting blessing for those that want to join is on page 5. While we're all together, let's all bring light right into our beingness. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Bum diddy bum 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 Ozaru ala tzadi uyishrele simcha Ozaru ala tzadi
We move to Psalm 98 on page 33. Zamru l'Adonai b'chinor, sing out music for the omnipresent on violins, strings, your voices, whatever you got. Zamru l'Adonai b'chinor, b'chinor v'kol zimra. 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 Beautiful to hear your voices.
It's really pretty otherworldly, actually, to hear each other's voices together. What an incredible blessing that we have voices and that we're able to be together in some way and hear each other. Thank you for not being quiet, right? Like, what would happen if we all just sat here quietly? How sad that would be. And you're not. And so it just makes me love you even more. That you're bringing your prayer and your voice. And I'm not just seeing your mouths move on the Zoom screen tonight. Although there's nothing wrong with Zoom.
That's right.
Zoom has kept us together. So we've got nothing against it. So we've come to L'Chadodi. That's why I paused a little bit. Because it's like Kabbalah Shabbat's so awesome. Because it really does. What's happening right now is exactly what it's supposed to do. Where spirits are a little lifted, we feel a little more connected, we feel a little more ready to step into Shabbat. Don't you feel a little more ready to, like, okay, Shabbat, I can greet you now. So we greet Shabbat with this beautiful imagery of the bride coming in, and may we welcome her with all of our ruach. So we're going to sing a L'Chadodi. We're going to pray a L'Chadodi that we know really, really well. It's not a new one, right? L'Chadodi likat kala, yadada, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. L'Chadodi likat kala, yadada, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, ish v'yanu el ham yuchad, Adonai echad.
right?
Yeah.
Who feels a little more open, a little more spacious? Yes.
Ready for the reception.
That's right. That's right. This is the place where we can start to feel a little bit of gratitude, or we can deepen the gratitude we had. We can pause and soften into those feelings as the day is softening into the night, and we begin to edge toward Ma'ariv. So let's just take a moment, bring to mind something that you're grateful for, and breathe in this feeling, and we'll move into Tov Lehodot.
Page 49.
That's the wrong tune.
But
so
here,
I'm
but get
gonna
ready for it for
start
later.
over.
Let's finish it up because
It's a
we're
preview.
gonna bring it back. Yeah, yeah, die, 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 yeah. Yeah, die, 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 yeah, die, 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 die.
Thank you.
It's good to know these things.
Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer shimcha elyon Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer shimcha elyon Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer shimcha elyon Tov lehodot l'Adonai ולזמר לשמך עליון להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. We're moving into the Chatzi Kaddish, page 55. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ועלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביום נכון ובחיי דכו בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויראו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי ויתרמן ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה, ויתהלל שמי קדושה. לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירה בעלמא, ואמרו אמן.
Please stand for the Baruch. You can do that in spirit if you want, but we all walked here, so I think we can stand tonight. The Torah is right behind Carrie and Allison and Michael, and so we'll imagine it on the other side of that panel. Collective reading for Asher Bidvaro that we'll find on page 60. But before we do that, Alan, will you read this poem for us?
Yeah,
It's not Alan's poem, though, so it's a poem by somebody else. That doesn't seem fair to you, does it? Sorry.
Thank you for asking me to share this. It's a poem by Devon Spear called When the Holidays Have Ended, a blessing for the return to everyday life. After the holidays have ended, what is there to gaze upon? And what is there to praise? When the last word is uttered and the last song is sung, are we to be numbered by the ordinary or open to something extraordinary still? As we prepare to take in the rounds of our joy, let us remember the circle of our days, and that every beginning, ending, and during contains the power and the glory and the journey to return us to the greatest source we have been given, the blessed possibility of being alive.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Alan.
Can I hold on to this?
You can, absolutely. Let's read together on page 60. Praised are you, God, creator of the universe, who has ordained the rhythm of life. The day with its light calls to activity and exertion. But when the day wanes, when with the setting of the sun colors fade, we cease from our labors and welcome the tranquility of the night, the subdued light of the moon and stars, the darkness and the stillness about us, rest and repose. Trustfully we yield to the quiet of sleep, for we know that while we are unaware of what goes on within and around us, our powers of body and mind are renewed. Therefore, at this evening hour, we seek composure of spirit. We give thanks for the day and its tasks, and for the night and its rest. Praised are you, God, who brings on the evening. Ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, u'mavdil ben yom ve'laila, Adonai tzevaot shemo, el chai v'chayam temid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravi.
Amen.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amchavta, Torah mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shorveinu v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam va'ela, yomam va'layla, de'achatocha lo tatzur mimenu le'olamim, Baruch ata Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema, page 65.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem emet. Now, Michamocha. Remember that nigun? מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. From the joy and the celebration of the Jewish people at the Red Sea, we praise the miraculous doings of God. And as night falls, we continue to put our trust in that divine strength and that comfort, just like at the Red Sea. But we're not asking for a miracle of that magnitude. We're simply asking that the natural order be renewed from day to day. That daily miracle of resting and rising that restores and renews us. And that's beautifully expressed in the Hashkivenu. So here's another tune that might be a little bit new. There's a lot of new stuff tonight. But I think you'll pick it up because it's very catchy. One note, it goes from the first line of Hashkivenu down to the fourth line if you're reading in Hebrew, the fifth line if you're reading in English, and it will pick up at Ushmor Tzeitenu. So we'll start on Hashkivenu Adonai and then skip down to Ushmor Tzeitenu. As if it wasn't confusing enough learning a new song. Page 81.
81 or 83.
Yes.
Transliteration on 83, Hebrew on 81.
Thank you. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. 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 Ushmor tzeitenu lechaim uleshalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
Lechaim. We're going to take some moments here for either you can pray the traditional Amidah. I'm going to set this up for us to have some silent meditation together. One of the things that will be so blessed right now in this moment is to let yourself drop into the connection that is here and present in real live energy. The energy that comes in our digital form is real as well, but it's a little different. And the energy that's present here with each other in our silent meditation, I want you to try to tune into that. Tune into the connection that you have here. Allow yourself to hear the sounds without sound in the silence, and let that lead you into a place of a little more depth within you right now, a little more expandedness. We are being held by the night sounds, by the city sounds, by the sounds of our prayer. If you are comfortable closing your eyes, feeling the ground underneath your feet, feeling your breath expand in your body, becoming aware of your community, and we'll sit together for a few moments. tonight for our Devar, we offer a song. I'll switch that.
This is a song that's traditionally sung on Shabbat morning, but because it praises creation, Bereshit, and the heavenly bodies, and speaks of them as messengers coming from God, as almost angelic, hearkening back to the vision that Ezekiel had in the chariot being pulled by the four messengers. That is what this mystical prayer is referencing. So in honor of Bereshit and of new beginnings and of Shabbat.
I'm going to say something a little before that, if that's okay with you.
Of
I'm
course.
Add to that. I am so happy that you wanted to bring us this prayer tonight in honor of Bereshit. The prayer is El Adon, and we don't often do that in services. But what I was thinking about when I was looking at the structure of this prayer is how creation is praised. All of the aspects of creation are being brought into perspective and really lifted up and praised. And that it takes a certain amount of form to do that. And before the form, there's no form. And that's one of the reasons why I love Bereshit so much, is because we start with that step into from where there is what into the next thing that is. And oftentimes, I have missed the very, very beginning, which is Bereshit bara Elohim, because I've always thought in the beginning God created, but it's actually not that. It's in the beginning created God. That's the translation. So before God creates, God is created. In the beginning created God. And I think that is a profound difference in how we think theologically. So I wanted to say, before we go into form, which is what religion is so good at, is creating beautiful forms of prayer and worship and praise, that there was, before the form, there was no form. El Adon?
Thank you. El Adona kol hamasim baruch mevorach befi kol neshama galo v'tuvo malei olam dat utvuna sovevim oto המתגאה אל חיות הקודש ונהדר בכבוד על המרכבה זכות ומישור לפני חיסור חסד ורחמים לפני כבודו טובים מאורות שברא אלוהינו יצרם ודעת בבינה ובהשכל כוח וגבורה נתן בהם להיות מושלים בקרב תבל שבח שבח נותנים לו כל צבא מרום תפארת וגדולה
turn our focus, our love, our care to offer Misha Barak for healing and invite you to say names aloud. After I say these names, we bring these prayers and hopes for Richard Adler, Richard Cohen, Ginny Williams Cohen, Mario Eugene Hudson II, Lois Birch, Uli Sprick, Ellie Emmerich Hart, Jerry Falcon, Chai and Billy Knock, Claude Baruch, Tesla Queen, Janice Blackman, Beth Ann Budicant, Nancy Davis, Megan Redant, Pilar Barclay, Grady Floyd Adair, Eyal Schechter, Dolly Wax, Esther Myers, Julio Quintana, Jacob Gutman, Rona Crozy, Sharon Miller, Nikki Russler, Mayan Yehudit Bat, Avraham Vasara, Nancy Kreisman, Tony Rossi, Harriet Gold, Meredith Riemelower, Heather Seisker, Carol Robinson Shep, Chris Grasso, Betty Presswood, Rosalie Levy, Pepe Lurie, Aya Iwatani Weinroth, Naya Brown, Mona Lisa Schultz, Treya Caldwell, Linda Staples, Ruben Haller, Linda Fishman, Sarah Kablik, Darcy Sabat. Invite you to say other names. Some concluding prayers. The Eleno is found on page 121. Eino, 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 Aleinu leshabech ladona kol ateid gedula Lotze Breshit Shanata Lanu Torah Temet Bechai Olam Neta Betochenu Einod 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 Vanachnu Korim Umishachar seated. If you want. You don't have to be. So we're the prayer for the end of hiding. If you have it in the inside of your Siddurim, and I don't know if you have the old version or the new version in there. What does it say, Nancy?
It looks like this one looks like the old one.
Yeah. So, wow. What to do? What to do? And you don't have any, right? Okay, so I'm going to lead us in our newest version of the prayer for the end of hiding, and you're going to join in, and to the best of your ability. I did want to say something about the prayer for the end of hiding. Every time that people ask me about it, or there's a new Brit Mitzvah preparing, and people want to do Kabbalah or something, there's always this moment of really sort of getting the opportunity to tap into our history and think about the importance of this prayer. And I think that we all know this, but it's always good to remember that this piece of liturgy in Bet Havarim's canon is really something that stays with people. Our children go on to remember this in ways that they might not remember any other prayer as powerfully, which is really saying something. And there's something super, super important about that to me. And so I always feel that moment of history and the future, and what happens and how this prayer goes out into the world through people that leave and go into new places, our children that grow up and go into new places. Joining with me, please. As LGBTQ Jews, we are aware of the loss of integrity we suffer due to the pressures of the larger society. We often feel forced into a dishonest presentation of ourselves to ourselves and others. The LGBTQ individuals who feel they must pretend to be something that they are not. The Jews who feel they must be alienated from their tradition and community to win larger acceptance. Both are victims of a theft of identity and integrity committed by the sexual, gender identifying, or religious majority. Creator of the universe, we ask that our hiding draw to an end, that we no longer feel we have to pretend, to promise falsely, to renounce ourselves, and that our fullest creative expression as Jews and as lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, and queer people be among the blessings you bestow upon us. And let us say Amen. For those of you that are observing a yard site or in a ritual period of mourning, we come to Mourner's Kaddish, which you'll see on page 131. And I ask for you to take the time to hear the names of the people who we are honoring now. Anyone else in the back that I didn't see? Okay. May their memories be a blessing. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei rabah ve'almad v'rach v'tei v'yimlich malchutei v'chai echon v'yechon v'chai dekol Beit Yisrael ba'ala v'zman ka'ariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabah mevarach le'olam u'merei amaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitruman v'yitnaseh V'yitadar, v'yitalel, v'yitalal, shmei dekudisha, v'rechu. V'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran v'yalma v'yimru, amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, Amen. You may be seated. Jackie, we're going to have you do announcements, but I wanted just to say to the Zoom folks, how's the chat going over there? Has it been active, Henry? Just a little? Anything that we should know over here? Anything that we get any hellos, Shabbat Shaloms?
Yeah, definitely got the greetings and from Misha Barach and Mourner's Kaddish that we're adding.
Great. Let's say Shabbat Shalom to our Zoom congregants. Shabbat Shalom! Thank you, Jackie, for leading us in announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. It's so great to be here in person. Welcome to everyone here, everyone on Zoom and on YouTube. We are so glad to host so many friends from around Atlanta and around the country for our virtual and in-person services. All are invited to our offerings in the coming week. Monday Chant will meet this Monday at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. Mindful Moments meets weekdays at 8:45, right? It says something different here. 8:45 a.m. on Zoom. And the 15-minute Minyan meets Saturdays through Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Zoom. Next weekend services, Rabbi Dale and Gayan Gurn will be leading a Shabbat Zoom service on Friday, October 8th at 6:45 a.m. And the Bat Mitzvah.
6:45
p.m. Sorry,
You're not
p.m.
getting up that early.
We're not getting up. Okay. The Bat Mitzvah of Gabriella Perlmutter will be at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, October 9th. All are invited to join us via Zoom. I want to say something about the envisioning focus groups. Everyone should have gotten an invitation to sign up for a focus group. I really want to encourage all our members to sign up and have your voices heard. If you don't have the sign up, reach out to the executive director. If you plan on attending any of the in-person services, please visit our website to reserve your spot, as we are limiting the number of attendees to keep everyone COVID safe. And if you have not yet signed the CBH Brit Briut, you can now do so online. Visit the CBH Brit Briut webpage and fill out the form. You'll be digitally signed and armed with information to keep CBH safe as we move into in-person services. Thank you for doing your part. And as always, for a full view of our offerings, please visit the CBH calendar on our website. All Zoom links to our programs can be found on the streaming services section of our website. Bookmark this page, and you'll always know where to log on for CBH programs and events. And I want to add that if you are trying to figure out how to get connected or get involved, please reach out to the executive director, or you could reach out to me, Jackie Sherman. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm on the board. I'm your treasurer. I'm honored to be the treasurer. Perfect job for me. And I also just really want to say Toda Rabah for bringing your ruach and your voices, Shana and Gayan. Thank you.
I have one more community announcement. And it's important to me to bring this for a few reasons. It's a tikkun, which I won't go into detail about. If anybody wants to know more about that, you can ask me directly. But tomorrow, the March for Reproductive Justice is being held around the country, and there is a march here in Atlanta, and it is at 11 a.m., and the gathering spot is Liberty Plaza. You can find this by Googling it, so, and masks are required, but I wanted to make that announcement as well. It has been wonderful to be here tonight. What I want to send you into Shabbat with is the wonder of the beginning of stories, and how your story also has new chapters. And wherever you are in the cycle of your chapters, whether you're feeling like you're in the middle and you kind of know what's happening, or whether you're coming to the end and you wonder what the next chapter will be like, wherever you are in your cycle of time, that you will find your way, that there is so much support and so much spiritual assistance to be with you on your journey. And so as we walk into the beginning of the Torah cycle, may we also honor our own stories and each other. Shana, you have anything that you want to add?
Amen.
And I think we should end with Ose Shalom. I was going to teach you a new song, but I don't think so. Ose Shalom Bimromav, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Shana.
Yes, thank you.
Kaddish. Oh, these folks over there. Lovely.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Enjoyed it.
I believe they're all called flight attendants now. Waiting for everyone to have their wine or grape juice, as it may be. Does everybody have? Yes? Okay. Savri Chaverai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon hilanu zikaron ma'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim ki aleinu karata ve'otanu kidashta la'avodatecha ve'shabbat kodshecha ahava uvratzon hinchatanu baruch atah Adonai
Day of Shabbat. Amen.
L'chaim.
We'll pretend.
And I won't touch the bread. Here shoots Baruch atah Adonai
No way. Hello. What's in my hand? All right.
Awesome. Shabbat shalom, everyone. So let's just pause for a minute and think about our exit, right? Because we're kind of excited and everything, but don't forget distance, right?